would like to begin today?
I guess I could begin. Just to give you a little bit of background, so Pam and I, we were married for 15 years and we've been divorced for the past 2 years. I was the one who initiated the mediation. We originally had a parenting plan that we had initiated when we first got divorced, and I think that that's been working pretty well for us, and we've been able to follow that. But recently, there's been a few things that have come about that I feel that we need to address. We have 3 children. Jenny, she is 17. Robert is 11, and Amanda is 9. I am the primary residential parent. And me and both Pam, we've retained attorneys just in case we need to go to court. We've been divorced for the past 2 years, as I said. We had a fairly amicable split, as any divorce could be as far as amicable. We just really started moving in different directions in our lives, and we both kind of felt the same way, and we felt that it was time for us to separate. So that's what we decided to do. So I just felt it was time that we came together and to make some adjustments in our parenting plan. And I thought we should come together and talk about it.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is you were married for 15 years, divorced for 2 of them. The parenting plan was going good, but new issues came up. You're the primary custodian of the kids. There's 3 of them. Jenny is 17, Robert is 11, and Amanda's 9?
That's correct.
Okay.
I agree that the plan had been going great, and to be honest, I don't see a need to alter it. Any issues that we are coming up with at this point are part of our joint decision-making plan, and I think that we should just continue on with that.
Okay, so what I hear you're saying is there was a joint plan that you guys were working towards, and you would prefer to stick with that than to be here today.
That's correct.
Okay.
Well, one of the things that I think that we really need to work on and figure out is where to store the kids' sporting equipment. So Pam has always stored the sporting equipment at her house because she's got the bigger house, she's got the 2-car garage, but she's frequently out of town, especially now that the kids have gotten bigger. She, frequently takes trips. And Jenny is a senior this year, and she's been going on a lot of camping trips with her friends, a lot of outings, and has wanted access to some of her equipment to go for trips to the mountains with her friends, and hasn't been able to get access to the garage because Pam has a keypad that is that she keeps with her alarm company, and the only person that has access to that code is Pam. So Jenny hasn't been able to get in and get her camping equipment and has missed out on some trips. Also, Robert and Amanda have had their bikes in the garage, and when the weather's been nice and they've wanted to kind of go on impromptu bike rides, they haven't been able to get their bikes out of the garage because they can only have access to that if Pam is home, and a lot of times Pam isn't home unless it's her weekend to have the kids. So I would really like to work towards, some sort of resolution where we can have access to Pam's garage and get out that equipment so that the kids can use it when they need to.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is the sportment equipment is all at Pam's house.
Correct.
There's a key entrance that you need to get into the house. Jenny wanted her equipment at one point but couldn't get to it, and Rob and Amanda have no access to their bikes.
Correct.
Okay.
First, I'd like to clarify a few things that Melissa stated. She wants to keep all the kids' equipment at her house instead of mine, and I think that's ridiculous. Where is she going to store everything? We're talking skis, snowsuits, basketballs, portable hoop, bicycles, and the list goes on and on. If she wants to store that stuff at her place, fine. She can go and buy a storage shed and purchase her own equipment for the kids. That stuff is stuff that I purchased, and it's staying at my place. If I give somebody the key to get into the house and they do it wrong, it's going to set off an alarm, and I get fined for every time they have to come out to the house with a false alarm on that keypad. I'm not handing out my security code. Period. Done.
So what I'm hearing you say is Melissa doesn't have enough room at her house for all of this equipment.
Correct.
If she does want the equipment, she has to purchase her own and buy a facility to keep it in.
Correct.
And you are going to have to pay money every time they type in a key wrong, right?
If there's a false alarm, that would be correct. Yes.
Okay. All right.
What I think I'm primarily concerned about is Robert. So about a year ago, Pam has a friend named Jimmy who lives out in Montana, and he runs a big game ranch. So he sent Robert a shotgun. Now I know that Pam likes to hunt, and she likes to take Robert with her when she goes pheasant hunting, duck hunting, you know, kind of the bird and wild game hunting. But frankly, I am not comfortable with my son, who is only 11 years old, owning a shotgun and handling a weapon like this. I'm just not comfortable.
Okay.
And this is where we really disagree.
So, family friend sent
Pam's friend.
Pam's friend. Okay. Sent a shotgun to your 11-year-old.
Yes,
And you're just not comfortable with him having that.
correct.
Okay.
All right. Again, this is just dumb. Who in Wisconsin at the age of 11 doesn't own a gun? It's not a matter of her. She wants to control again. Every child, from the time that they are 11, it's the rite of passage to go hunting. I go hunting. He knows how to hunt. It's safe. I don't understand.
Okay, so what I hear you say is everybody does it. He should have this right as well as all of the other kids his age.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, everybody does it. You know, if everybody's jumping off the bridge, does that mean that he should go and do it too? You know, Robert, he is a sensitive kid. He is a soft-hearted, sensitive kid. I think this is a horrible thing for him to do. He is a sweet, sweet kid. He doesn't even like to watch violence on TV. I don't really know what this is going to do to his psyche. And here to come to find out, this Jimmy has invited Pam and Robert out to his ranch to go deer hunting. I think once Jimmy reaches the age of 18 and he decides for himself whether or not he would like to hunt, I think that's fine then. But I think at 11 years old, that is entirely too young to take him out hunting and to have him handle this weapon and to have him deal with shooting this innocent creature and all of the psychological aspects that go along with that and killing something. I think when he's older and he wants to decide for himself, that's fine, but I think not now, not at 11.
So Robert is a very sensitive boy.
Yes.
And you really feel he should wait until he's 18 in order to go hunting larger animals. Or hunting at all.
Hunting at all.
Okay.
Even owning this weapon, and I mean, it's a nice gift, but, it's just not for him.
Okay.
I've been hunting since I was 10 years old. I don't see any reason why Robert can't go hunting. It's going to be safe. I'm going to be with him. It's a trip for the two of us. It's our bonding time. I think that he should be allowed to go.
Okay. So you've been hunting since you were 10? And it's how you and Robert bond.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.